Hi everyone, welcome back to Terra's Take. So happy Saturday. I hope everybody's having a good day and that you guys are ready to have a play. Get out some, let's see, we're gonna make some washi tape, and so I am gonna use double-sided 1/4 inch and double-sided 2 inch, and I'm gonna use my spiced up coffee dyed and some of our jelly print we did a few weeks ago, okay? And I'm gonna just try to make, I might even use some vellum, I don't know, just some fun things on here, and do a fun little washi tape for my goodies. I'm gonna show you, because I've already made, to be honest with you guys, this is like the 4th time I've made this video because I keep doing stuff that I don't like and ending up messing up, or, you know, but there's one of them I did yesterday. Turned out really good. And here's another one. Now these are on the 2 inch. Okay, so what I would advise is that you either have a couple, I would advise like 3 or 4 different papers you're using, and I'm using scraps, and all I'm going to do is tear this off, and I'm using it on a wax paper, parchment paper, you know, or a wax, what do they call it? Grease paper, not wax paper, but you can use wax. Anything that it'll stick to without staying on there that you can get it off of, okay? And I am just folding it upside down and flattening it so that I can have the ability to control it. Now, where I got the idea for this from is Bohemian Crafting, and she had done you know, making your own washi, and I thought it looked like a lot of fun, so I made a few different things, but this was one of my faves, was doing it like this. So all I'm going to do is tear down pieces and start sticking them on, and you can have them stick over, okay, or you can have them be we can trim it off. It just is totally up to the creator's you know, goal for your piece. So however you want your tape to look. I'm going to tear this down a little bit more because this paper is the way it is. It's coffee dyed and it's got like some brown on it. You can't really see the core of the paper on these pieces where it's like a white. I am gonna be making sure that the core is not there, like the big old chunk of white. What I'm talking about is that, okay? So when I tear them, that's my goal, is to get rid of that. I don't want that showing. Okay, so this is, I'm going to put a little bit more blue on this piece because I'm seeing that it's, don't drop it on there. It's very sticky. Okay. Now, when I get to a certain point, I will probably be using my art glitter glue to glue down some of it, because once I come back over it, I'm going to be using this DuraClear gloss varnish. Okay, and that's how I made these look so shiny, okay, is with this. And I believe this is in my Amazon list. If it's not, please let me know and I will put it there. But it's the Deco Art Americana DuraClear Gloss Varnish, okay, and it works really good. Okay. And once like I said, once I get this done, I'm going to go over it with some glue, because I don't want those pieces to be sticking up. So you don't have to do that. That's my choice to do that. So I'm just grabbing, let's see, I had a blue piece I believe I was cutting on. I didn't cut it all up, did I? Huh, I guess I used the whole thing. Well, all right. Let's grab another one then. Let's do this one. This one's fun. And so I'm just, oh, you know what I did? I made an envelope out of it. That's right. I just remembered. I used it to make an envelope. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead. I think you're not really going to be able to see probably much of the letters and numbers, but that's what is there on this one. Okay. And since this is the music paper I did these on from Tuesday's challenge video, this paper is super old and super weird to tear, so I'm having to be really careful with it. Okay. If you're working with some really sticky tape, be kind of careful because it's hard to tear it, to be honest. I'm having a fight with it a little bit every time if I drop it down too soon, so you don't want to do that. Be careful of that. Just a little heads up. Okay. I'm gonna bring it up just a little. I want them kind of off, and then I'm gonna glue that. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about when I said I would glue some of it like that, because I don't want that big chunk of it sticking up, because of course inside the journal it'll mess up. It'll get bunched against something and it'll rip, you know. Let's see, which side do I want to use? Both these sides have cool. I'm going to use this one because it's got a tiny bit of script, which looks kind of fun. Oh, there's a key. I forgot I even had that on there. Yeah, yesterday when I did the piece I did, it turned out pretty cool as having it hanging over the sides. So, you know, I'll probably pause here and let you guys see what I'm talking about. Because it looked neat, and I encourage you, if you enjoy the way that it looks, don't trim it to the edge. Don't feel like you have to trim it, okay? So we're gonna go like that, and then we're gonna use some more blue. So what's everybody doing today? Anything fun? Oops. Shoot. See, that's what I'm talking about. If I don't lay it down right. See, I'm not sure. I don't want that piece to be right up against that other piece. So let's see. Oh my gosh, tearing it the wrong way. Goodness, Tara. I am struggling a little bit to make this video. Stuff has happened that's caused me to have to delete the originals. And I'm like, okay, this is the fourth time I've made it, and I'm getting a little discombobulated at this point. There's that. Okay, I'm gonna move this back so you guys can see. So it looks messy. It doesn't look like much yet, but once you get everything down and you work out where you want everything, it turns into something pretty cute. As you saw from ones I showed you, it's a cool. And I'm gonna grab that piece that I was talking about because you guys need to see how cute that turned out, using this. Oh, I need to do that side. Shoot. Using this as a decorative, you know, edge on a piece. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of flip this so I can see where it needs glued. And I'm just going to go in and add just the tiniest little bit. Wipes right off. Right here. Okay. Oops. And this last little section right here. So you're just going to lightly glue. Okay. And now, if at this point, if you wanted to trim it, I would go ahead and flip it over and trim the edges off. But I think this one, I'm going to go ahead and leave the edges on it so that you guys can see. And oh, you know what? I'm going to tear another piece of this paper so I can sit this on it when it's drying. Okay, I'm just gonna put it over here behind me. All right, now all I didn't get fancy with a brush or sponge. You can. I just went along and kind of dumped some of this on here, and as Miss Pam says, used my finger brush and ran it along, and that's all I did. Okay, this is how I craft when I'm by myself. I figured I'd show you guys what I really did. I didn't get fancy. Okay, that's it. And then I just brought it up and stuck it on over here to let it dry. I'm gonna pause for just a second. I want to show you something. Okay, I'm back. So this is the strip of one that I made yesterday, with it kind of hanging over the edge. As you can see, it looks pretty cute. And then when you open this up, oops, my camera's dying. One sec, guys, I gotta get the cord. Shoot. I forget to plug in and mess everything up. There we go. We're good again. Anyway, so here it is. Also, I haven't finished this side, but yeah, so there it is, just as a decorative piece. So as you can see, it looks mighty pretty on there, and yeah, super easy and just fun, because you can use all kinds of scraps. Then after you're done doing the scraps, you could come back in and stamp it before you put any gloss on it. I mean, and like I said, you don't have to put gloss on it if you don't want. It's totally up to the individual working on the piece. And then let's do one more. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do the 2-inch. And sorry, I keep bumping the cord there. All right. You have to cut that with scissors. I was trying to rip it. It's too thick. Okay. And again, just gonna fold this back and fold the other side back. Okay. All right. Now, on this one, let's see, do I want to use the same pieces? I have some other stuff here too. Let me look here real good. Because you can use anything. I mean, you could use pieces of fussy cut. You could use, this one, I have also got some cool, let's see if I have any that would look kind of fun on here. I was thinking, I don't know, I think this might look kind of cool actually, so I'm going to try it. I'm going to use some vellum on this one. And I probably on this one will not use this gloss, because I do know that, you know, getting the vellum wet always makes it kind of funky. So I would rather not make it funky. I have some really pretty printouts here of different pieces of vellum, so I'm gonna go ahead and use them on here and just kind of make some random pieces. Oops, oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. Pull up, come on. I put it down too soon. And I think I'm gonna tear that. Yeah, I'm gonna tear that edge as well. And this one I will, I'll probably cut along the edges. Let me see here. I hadn't thought about using my vellum for this, but might as well give it a try while I'm with you guys. If I don't like it, you know, won't do it again. But if I do like it, then that's cool. I figured out something else fun to do, right? I should have torn the edges on that one too. Can I still do it? Yeah, nah. It's alright. I'm not gonna worry about it. Now this I did miss right here along that edge. Let's see if I can put a skinny piece. Remember I told you guys one time I get ahead of myself? I do that a lot. And then after I'm like, oh shoot, I shouldn't have done that, or I should have done this, or you know, I have a tendency to do that. I'm gonna give this a try. I already know it's gonna make it. Maybe if I just do the glue stick right here. Let's see. There. I'll just do that. Yeah, I get ahead of myself. Which is, I mean, it's okay sometimes, but sometimes I really mess things up and then have to redo them. I'm looking here really quick at these different, oh, here's a pretty one. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see which side of the vellum is the right side and which side is, you know, the printed side. But I love vellum so much. I don't know why I hadn't thought about using the vellum. I was just so focused on using my scraps up that. Okay. I'm gonna start doing this real quick with the glue, just if I know I'm gonna lay this over. That way it's glued and I don't have to worry about it. Okay. Only if it's overlapping. If it's stuck to something, that's fine. I'm wondering if I can use one of these kids as a piece, but then if I do use, I don't want to chop up any kids pictures, so yeah, I'll probably just stick with plants and eggs and stuff like that. So our Facebook group has been growing. I don't know if everybody's noticed, but we've gotten like 5 or 6 new members this week, which is awesome. I'm so excited that you guys joined us. If you're watching today, welcome, welcome, welcome. Seriously, it's fun to have new members and to see new points of view and new posts. If everybody that's a member of our group would post, you know, their work, that would be amazing, because we have a lot of, I know I have a lot of wonderful junk journalers, but not everybody's posting. So, you know, I encourage you, please join in, you know, because everybody on there is super encouraging. And it's just fun to see other people's work and be inspired by it. I used to hear Tina talk about that, and I still hear her talk about it. That's why I always encourage you guys too, in the comments, you know, let us know what you're working on, you know, hit us up on Facebook and show us, because it's inspiring, because, you know, not everybody thinks like everybody else, and you guys can actually teach us something you're doing that we may not have ever thought of. I feel like all the time when I'm doing this, I'll be honest, I go, oh, you're not teaching them anything, or, you know, this is, you're just doing this, or you're just doing that. I mean, I talk that way to myself, to be perfectly honest. And then one of you will be like, oh, I never would have thought of that. Or, oh, thanks for the inspiration, Tara. And I kind of sit back because I'm just me. You know, in your own head, you're just you know, and you're kind of like, I inspired you, really? And that's why I always say, yay, I inspired somebody. Because I don't, I get that maybe you don't think you could inspire somebody, but you can, okay? So I just encourage you, make some friends, some good acquaintances in our community, and join in and say hey, and let people know you're there, because you're more than welcome, and we would love to see what you're doing and maybe add some of your ideas and your methods to our methods. And you know, it's important. Yeah, so please feel free to encourage. Let's see, here's another. This is a pretty one, right? Oh, that's pretty, huh? I kind of don't want to, I'd love to have it on there, but I got to be careful because I want to keep those flowers intact as much as possible. So what I'm going to do, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it so that I'm going to run just this edge along the glue, so I make sure that it'll stay down in the center. And then I am going to trim off the edge, but I'm going to bring the flowers in enough that I get most of them on there. There we go. Yay. This is going to be a funky looking tape, but that's okay. Sometimes those I find are the best ones. The ones that I look at and think they're just not going to work. That was how I felt about the one I showed you a few minutes ago yesterday, when I did it. This is basically collaging. If you're watching and you're like, she's just collaging, it is. It's basically collaging on here and making your own. You could do it with whole pieces and just make one design, you know. I mean, you can do it however you want. This one here, I didn't think I liked it at all as I was doing it. I thought it was really ugly, and I was like, okay, this is terrible. And then after I was finished with it, oh wait, this way. After I was finished with it, I'm like, that's kind of pretty, actually, as a, you know, as a decorative thing for another collage, or for a cover, or for the side of a page, whatever the case may be. So yeah, just give it a try. I'm looking in here for some smaller, that'll kind of match. I like this one. Let's do this guy. He's pretty. Or she's pretty, I guess. And when I'm done, we'll check our other piece and see if it's dry. Now on this one, I'm going, like I said, I'm going to trim this piece because I want it to, I'm going to put this here. Nah, I think I'll put it here. No, I am going to put it here. Yeah, make up your mind. There we go. I just didn't want them right next to each other because they're so alike. One more piece, guys, and then we can trim it. Let's see. Use this guy right here. Went the wrong way. There we go. Okay, kind of liked this little insignia. And it kind of breaks the monotony of these two colors coming together. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm going to put a touch of glue right here so that I can go ahead and tear this and lay it down. There we go. All right, now I find this is the fun part. When you start trimming this thing down, it actually comes a little more cohesive and looks better. I hope it's the same with this. I could be wrong. I may even use some ink and distress this piece a little bit too. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, sticking. It's kind of like when you do a collage and you trim your edges and everything suddenly comes together as a picture. That's kind of the same way this is. So there's that piece. Okay. Now this is sticking up, so I'm going to hit this with some glue real quick. There, that's a little better. And this is still sticking up. Another one she did that I really liked, I don't think we're going to do it today in this video, but she did medical tape and even masking tape, and it was pretty cool. It looked pretty neat when she was finished with it. So I am going to hit this with a touch of ink because I think it'll look pretty, and because there's so much blue in it, I'm going to make that the color I use, not that one because it's a little more of a greenish blue. This is more of a sky blue, and I think or deeper night sky blue. I think it'll go better with these darker blues. Okay. This would even be, this 2-inch tape would even be cute to put onto just a piece of paper because it's that tie-back tape. It'd stick really good, but put it on a piece of paper and use it as a belly band. So it'd be kind of a easy, fun way to do a belly band as well. So there we go. That's now distressed instead of glossed because I don't think the vellum paper could hang with that gloss. It's way too wet. And let's take a little gander at this guy. He's just about dry. Yeah, he's pretty dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim off the ends here. And there we go. Oops, so there's that piece. Doesn't he look cute? It looks really cool, huh? I love this. And this is kind of neat because you can see the letters and the numbers, you know, kind of shining off of it. But it's ready to go down as a piece, and it's all dry, and it's a little tiny bit wet, but nothing bad. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and that you felt inspired and that you want to give it a try. If you do, please let me know in the comments below or hit me up at on Instagram at hashtag Terra's Take, on YouTube here at Terra's Take, and then on Facebook at Creatives Inspired Corner. And the link to our YouTube, if you want to join, I mean not YouTube, our Facebook group, if you want to join our Facebook group, is in the About section of this channel, and it's also in this video down below. Okay? And if you would help me out by giving me a like and thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, that'd be awesome. Help support my channel. I love you guys, and God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.